It's bad. I don't think any of them are gonna make it.
We need to go in now.
This world is broken. But we don't have to be.
Hey everybody, JacqBean here, and I wanted to come back and talk with you about the promo that they put out for next week's episode. So that would be The Walking Dead episode 22, and it's entitled Faith. The first thing that I thought about when I saw the name of the episode is the conversations that Negan and Ezekiel had about an uprising, getting people to uprise, that they have to have some hope, and that Ezekiel is the kind of leader that can inspire hope. And from the footage that we saw, I think we're moving in the right direction. It starts out with Negan and Annie. Negan is getting into fights with the army, and I have to believe that it's because, Annie is probably doing something, and she's pregnant, so he just wants her to be able to sit and rest. You've seen that from the beginning. He's trying to protect his family, and I bet that that's what the scuffling is all about. And then we see Daryl and Carol outside in binoculars looking over at Alexandria, or looking into Alexandria and saying, I don't think anybody's going to make it. There's so many of the army there. We know last episode they were able to get into Alexandria, but they know that they couldn't stay there because there was too many people. If they'd ever gotten seen doing that, the folks would be in big trouble. It'll be interesting to see exactly what it is that they're seeing that makes them believe that nobody's going to make it. And then you see Eugene in court with Pamela kind of sitting directly in front of them. It is probably the thing that I'm most interested in right now, because I can imagine just what kind of a ridiculous show that's going to be, with Pamela there giving all kinds of lies to get him convicted. Just always felt like for Kamiko it was going to be something that she wanted to do, but not something that she'd be able to win. And then it shows Eugene looking so defeated, like he was pronounced guilty, which I believe that he will be. And the bigger thing is how we get out of that. But also Max was looking so defeated as well, so that's why it makes me believe that he had been found guilty and was being taken away by the Commonwealth Army to jail. I'm not sure that I think that Eugene would be one of the people that dies, because he's just made it through on a wing and a prayer all over the place, so that he'll probably make it through to the end of the episode. It's going to be fun to see what happens for him. And then you see Ezekiel getting carted away by the army, and you know that they're pulling him and he's not wanting to go. So that doesn't sound like a good outcome. And it may be based on, towards the end, they show him speaking that, the world is broken, but it doesn't have to be. Could them taking him have something to do with that? Ezekiel isn't really a risk taker. He kind of does the things, modestly, and conforms just because he wants to keep people safe. What could he have done for them to pull him out that way? And then we see this guy, looks like he's talking to Negan, the way the scene is set up, but he has to be at Alexandria because that emblem in back of him looks like the emblem that's on the building now. So I'm not sure if he's, a warden or who he is. But it definitely looks like he's the person in charge. So we'll see what that means for Negan. So Negan is absolutely in trouble. Is Negan in trouble from the beginning of the promo where they show him fighting off the guards to protect Annie? Another interesting scene is the end where they show the picture of Mercer looking like he's ready to bite somebody's head off. I want to know how he's going to fit into this plan, because he's a good guy, it seems, to me, but he really is conforming to the stuff that Pamela says in order to keep his sister safe and to keep the community safe. But I think he has a large piece to play, not only in Eugene's situation, but also in the situation with Alexandria as a whole. He has an interesting part to play, and I'm really eager to see if it's for the better or for the worse. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit as we're almost finished. We only had 3 episodes left. We should be able to start making our predictions about what things will happen and how we think that the show will end. So I'll be reviewing it this Sunday, and I hope to see you next time.